Okay, one thing I really hate when I'm reading books is that when the writers make the characters so obviously obtuse, cuz it's like as if the plot is so like thick that nobody can figure it out, that the average person with common sense wouldn't be able to work it out. I am reading Charmed, Kiss of Death, Sealed with a Curse. Hello. Since I didn't really properly introduce myself in the first half of the video, here I am being civilized and greeting. So, today we're going to be talking about this book. We're going to be talking about Charmed, Kiss of Darkness, Sealed with a Curse. And basically, this one was about the Halliwell sisters go to parties. So Phoebe and Piper go to Quake, of course, and Prue goes to her work function, but she promises to be back by midnight to celebrate the new year and to bring in the new year with her sisters at the Quake party. The story starts off with the sisters having brunch and getting their fortunes told by a woman dressed in scarves named Elena. And everybody gets the usual kind of stuff. Oh, you're gonna come into money. Oh, you're gonna get noticed. And Prue gets drawn this really powerful card that the soothsayer, that's what we're gonna call her, that the soothsayer has never seen before, and she gets scared. And she tries to tell Prue, oh, you're gonna fall in love, to lie, because she's scared of the card or whatever. And Prue's like, no, what does this mean? Of course, Prue was skeptical because she's like that. She's like Miss Sensible Practical. Thank you, Stephen King. But um she isn't really, she's kind of skeptical, but then, Elena has this reaction to this card and she's like, no, tell me the truth. What does it mean? And Elena tells her, well, it's the most powerful card in the deck and I've never really had it drawn, so there's not much I know about it. So anyway, then, they go to the parties. Later that evening, Prue was at her work function and she has this acquaintance that she knows who's from France, and he is buying an emerald necklace from the very rich, very huge artifact dealer. And at this party, this acquaintance, Robert, he is trying to get Prue to go out with him, and they're having a good time, whatever. And the soothsayer comes to the party. Elena comes to the party, and she's like, what the heck? What are you doing here? And Elena's like, watching my prediction come true. And then the night goes on, and Prue was like, oh, I have to leave. But Robert's like, stay until the stroke of midnight, whatever, whatever. So she stays until the stroke of midnight. The lights go out, and somebody gives her a kiss. And it's like the most powerful kiss she's ever had. She's swept up in this kiss. It's lightning outside. There's a literal thunderstorm happening right now. But anyway, she gets this kiss. And she's like, oh my goodness, did Robert just kiss me? This is the best kiss I've ever had. Turns out it wasn't Robert. He's behind her, and whoever kissed her is gone when the lights come back on. And she's like, what? And then she gets this itch to kiss every person she meets. So they end up going back to the party at Quake, and she's kissing every guy in the freaking room. She's kissing every single guy she can get a hand on. And she leaves Robert with her sister, Piper, and Piper's like, what are you doing? This guy is so great. He's so smart. But Robert, he's being weird because he poured her champagne from a special bottle at the beginning of the night. And then when she left and didn't come back because she was so busy kissing every other dude, Tom, Dick, and Harry, and his brother, and his uncle, and his grandpa at this party, she doesn't come back. And so he ends up pouring her champagne back into the bottle and being like, hey, all angsty, like, hey, if your sister wants the rest of her champagne, tell her to give me a call. And he leaves the party. Weird. And then so basically the story is just about Piper, like not Piper, Prue wanting to kiss every person, and we're trying to figure out why that is, like why she needs to kiss so many guys, and it's like this possession that comes over her. She has to kiss these people. And so throughout the book, it's kind of this mystery of like who this is, what's happening to her. And such is the nature of these little books where it's only 180 pages. It's basically a novella. You know, you don't there really isn't a climax. I mean, there should be a climax, but you know what I mean? It's like a fake. I don't even know. But anyway, she's like kissing all these people. And then as the story progresses, Prue is just getting, more grumpy, and she's pulling all these random dudes home. And then it come to find out, you know, all these people from the party that she attended, the work function she attended, are getting sick. They're getting like gravely ill, where they're in the hospital and they're like dying essentially. And we don't figure out until the end. I mean, as the reader, we know that it's because Prue kissed them that they are, because when she kisses them, after she kisses them, she sees like this premonition of like a skull shrouded in shadow, and like they're sunken and they're dying, and she's like, what is this? That's basically a premonition telling her what's going to happen to them after she kisses them. So they're dying. And then we eventually, throughout the story, we find out that there was this warlock from France. I didn't get to tell you that I did tell you, but the acquaintance, Robert, the one with the weird guy and the weird champagne thing, he's from France. Okay? Um and this ancient warlock, this very evil warlock who had this curse where you put it on a person to get them to kiss people so that they can suck the life from the people that they kiss, but the warlock is possessing the person doing all the kissing, and he's taking in the power from the woman kissing all these people. It's weird. And I'm thinking it's Robert, because all the signs led to that. Why else would he want to like give her a special champagne and then pour it for her, and then like pour it back in the bottle and then give it back to her? It's so weird. And then he's acting so weird throughout the story. And I'm thinking it's him. Turns out it's not him. This warlock lives in this random necklace, and he got out of the necklace on New Year's Eve, possessed Prue, and that's why she wanted to kiss all these people, and they have to do like a spell to free her. I'm just like, what what the heck? What the what? So I'm thinking that this was like a 3 star. It wasn't the greatest, and it's like one of those 3 stars that's like meh, you know what I mean? It wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't horrible either. It was very, very easy to read. This is a small book, and the font is like freaking huge. The font is huge. You can't really see, but the font is gigantic. And that's coming from a visually impaired person, a visually and ocularly challenged person. Like, it's so hard for me to be able to see, and I really struggle with very small font. It adds like double onto my reading time because I struggle so hard, because I really do have that vision. I am astigmatic, so it's terrible. But yeah, 3 stars. It was very, very easy to read. You can read it in one sitting, if you want to. But really, I've been reading it the past couple days before I go to bed, and even sleepy, I was able to read 20, 30, 40, 50 pages at a time. Super easy. Um, and yeah, it was okay. Um, and it's the first book I've actually finished this month, because I'm reading a bunch of books at once. I'm reading a super huge book, and I'm reading like 3 small books. So I'm reading like 4 books at once. Well, 3 books now because this is done. But, and that's not including my Bible reading. So that's 5 books actually. But in any case, yeah, that's going to bring us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening. And most importantly, I hope you read a good book. And I'll see you next time. Bye.